What should teenagers these days really start paying attention to as they're about to turn 18? How you organize a day without the structure of school. That planned environment is going away fast, and some of your peers are really going to struggle with finding their pace and motivation. Also, procrastination is a bitch. You are now risking real jail time. Develop healthy habits now. Proper nutrition, a steady sleep schedule, regular exercise, etc. You are in a fantastic position to build a healthy lifestyle that will elevate your quality of life. For the rest of it, it is much harder to change existing unhealthy habits that have been established for years. Most people aren't able to. Give yourself the best chance for a lifetime of health and happiness now. Sleep is a big one. Waking up at 6 a.m. on weekdays and 12 p.m. on weekends can really fuck you up. Taking care of your physical and mental health before you fall into the trap of "I don't have time for it." Really sit down and think about how you can better yourself for your own sake. Your data trail online. Old Instagram and Facebook posts can come back and haunt you during future interviews. Yeah, do a spring clean and nuke everything. In some jurisdictions, Europe, maybe California, you can have things purged under privacy laws. Authorized user is sort of a cheat code in the credit world. If your parents have decent credit and take care of their shit, see if they'll make you an O on a card and then lock the card up in a box. Being O makes the credit history of the account show up on your credit report. If financial responsibility is a big deal in your house, this can have some major advantages when you're trying to get started. This is seriously one of the best things that ever happened to me. Financially speaking, my parents were kind and thoughtful enough to make me an O on their account. And because of that good credit score, and my good job, I was able to secure a home loan last year at the age of 23. Keep in mind though that I have no student loans or other major debts. I fully acknowledge that this situation is a privileged one. Not everybody has parents with a good credit score and/or are willing to make you an O. But it's absolutely something I'd recommend to anyone who has this opportunity. Be social, but remember friends will come and go. Don't invest in people that won't invest in you. Relationships. As soon as you hit 18, things start becoming real. Don't get married without being sure of your future spouse. Don't go unprotected during sex. Don't get into a relationship where your other half will get you in trouble with the law. Especially the unprotected sex part. I'm fucking up in all sorts of ways now without being a parent. I can't imagine what it'd be like adding a kid to the mix. Learn some basic cooking. Learn how to wash clothes, hang them up, do ironing, etc. You may be moving out soon, so practice the skills you will need. Imagine all the things you would have to do if mom and dad weren't around. Then start practicing the masseur. Draw up a budget. Look at how much to rent in the place you want to live. Add in food and elec and mobile phone and internet. Don't forget to add bond too. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. But don't risk mistakes that will severely compromise the rest of your life. What I see, across cultures and countries, is an enormous pressure to be perfect. So high that no one can ever possibly meet the pressure. So, people make mistakes, as they should. The problem is that the pressure to be perfect makes all mistakes seem the same. Risk losing some money. Risk making relationship mistakes. Risk losing friends. Risk losing a year. Those are fine. Don't risk 6 figures of debt, which means student loans without a degree, good major, and good GPA to show for it. College is a great investment if you also put the time and effort in to succeed. Don't risk disease. Don't risk death. Don't risk pregnancy. Don't risk drug addiction. Don't risk a felony conviction. Take the kinds of risks your 25-year-old self will laugh at. Don't take the kinds of risks your 25-year-old self will curse you for saddling them with. Edit. Clarifying that I'm not saying college is a bad investment. Just that you should be smart about it and also put the effort in to make sure the investment pays off. Basically, don't make a mistake that you can't get yourself out of if you need to. Listen to your desires and dreams. I'm 28. My goals and dreams now are vastly different than when I was 18. Listen to those changes. For a long time I kept chasing a dream almost because I felt I owed it to my younger self. It's okay for your dreams to change as you age and your circumstances change. Who you are now will not be the same person you are at 23. And as you grow, listen to your internal monologue. Dreams and desire change. Grow with them, monsieur. Piggybacking off of this, make sure there are some hobbies you really enjoy, and preferably some of which you can do alone, at home. Don't rely on other people for entertainment. Learn how to take care of yourself. Take full responsibility for everything that is happening in your life. Create big goals and have a life purpose if you have one. Focus on saving money and don't buy stupid shit to impress people you don't even like. Traffic rules. Please take it TF seriously. Don't drive like a 12-year-old playing GTA 5. Don't drive if you are drinking. **** wear your fucking seatbelt. ***. Hashtag WEARIT. Edit. Well, RIP my notifications. Take that advice. Ladies and gentlemen, it's never late to do a change for good. And put your phone away. You can't multitask in what will potentially become your coffin. An aluminium coffin. Behave when you are behind the wheel. Respect traffic laws. Wear your $$ and seatbelt. Don't get distracted with your phone or something else. And don't be a jerk to someone else, because that could end badly. Remember, your car, be it a measly Daewoo, or the latest model Ferrari, or whatever else, might become a fancy coffin if you, or someone else fucks up. Again, wear your seatbelt. Mind you, I am 16 years old, still under my parents' roof. Just finished my first semester of college, and working at my father's shop. This question is filled with golden responses that can get a teens out there out of a rabbit hole of bullshit. Drive safely. Reddit. And put that goddamn cell phone away. I've had multiple friends have car accidents where cell phones were involved. Smoking. Started with cigs so I could take breaks at work. Construction. 22 now and can't quit vaping. Shit sucks. Curious, what field of construction do you work? Was doing HVAC work at the time, doing rough-ins. We weren't allowed any breaks. Even lunch breaks. But if we smoked, we got breaks. If I remember right, my state is a right-to-work state. Getting shit together. 18 isn't the age you should be thinking you're a full-blown adult. No, you need to venture into the 20s for that. But between 18 and 21, you just gotta get your shit together. No matter what it is. Financial, mental, physical. Just do whatever it takes to make sure you can fully prosper from stressed out teen to a battle hardened grown up. Taxes. How to vote. How to write emails. I've had to teach several first years at my university how to do this. I get a lot of emails from customers at work. Trust me, plenty of people well over 30 don't know how to write emails. Removed. Another LPT to avoid identity theft is to mess your life up so much that nobody wants to be you. Ask me how I know. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Credit cards. Anything credit related actually. Networking for job prospects. Seriously. Just getting out and building a social network can help so much, especially if you're networking in the same field as you're going into. I always thought the saying, "It's not what you know, it's you who you know," was stupid as fuck until I became an adult and saw really stupid people land good jobs just because they knew someone. Don't be afraid to walk away from a job, person that's toxic. Start saving now, so you can walk away. Community college is your best friend. Go there before doing the last 2 years out of 4 years. Trade schools are just as viable. Ain't no shame in being debt-free at 22 making 60 plus. 3 to 5% of all income should go to retirement starting now. Go open a Roth 401k. I have a 2-year community college nursing degree that I got at age 21. No student debt. Now 35, I make 6 figures and put a shit ton in savings. If you're plagued with debt and existential dread, please consider these at the bare minimum. Asterisk, clean your teeth twice a day with a soft, extra soft brush plus fluoride toothpaste. Hard brushes are inefficient in cleaning small crevices and are prone to sanding away your enamel. Floss 2. Asterisk, apply physical sunscreens containing titanium, zinc oxide for any amount of sun exposure. Chemical sunscreens are effective but will cause tanning and pose a higher risk of free radical damage. Asterisk, keep hydrated by leaving full water bottles around your desk or workspace. Turn it into a routine rather than an exception. Asterisk, incorporate legumes, whole grains, and vegetables into your diet. Otherwise, the constipation will force you to spend more time on the toilet and lend a higher risk of anal prolapse, hemorrhaging, other declines in quality of life. Asterisk, get those Z's, bro. Chronic sleep deprivation will shorten your life expectancy and predispose you to depression and anxiety. Asterisk, hug your heckin' pet for that free oxytocin. Hug your heckin' pet for that free oxytocin. This made me smile because it's true. Delete social media accounts if you can't keep it in your pants, literally and figuratively. I'd personally say student loans. Don't major in a field where your student loans equal twice as much as your starting salary. Medical law may be exempt. I might add a more general advice. Don't believe bullshit about lucrative fields and careers of the future, or similar bullshit. Hard subject does asterisk, not asterisk, equal good paying job. Especially STEM field. I know people with degrees in chemistry, physics and genetics. They either are barely getting by or have switched careers to IT or finance, with flavor of IT. Also, if you wanted to work in quantitative finance, be one of those quants. Don't get a degree in finance. Get a degree in math or physics and learn to code. These fields almost exclusively hire people with STEM degrees with large math component. So no biochemistry or genetics. Like me. Interestingly, some people with history of arts degrees also end up in IT. Also, if your parents tell you astrophysics is not a good field, tell them to fuck off. It's the best way to get into lucrative quant job. What I've noticed is that all this advice about what education to pursue and which degree to get should be considered, but taken with a grain of salt. People are so different and come from different backgrounds. It's impossible to give one-size-fits-all advice. There's way too many variables. Like when people say, you have to get a STEM degree, or don't get an art degree, or go to trade school. That advice is useless unless that person is looking at your finances, your talents, your habits, where you live, etc. When I entered college, I spent my fair share of time browsing threads where basically every choice was the wrong one. I'm pretty sure I've heard someone strongly advise against literally every choice I could possibly make. Just because it doesn't work for some people doesn't mean it won't work for you. Every person is a case-by-case basis. And the only people who can give good advice are the ones who know you. And even then, they can't tell the future. My advice is to be smart and think over your choices. But don't freak out about your future yet. Odds are everything will turn out alright, even if it's not what you expected. Roth IRA, and contribute to your 401k, if your job has one. Many employers match up to a certain amount. Does your job offer a pension? Pretend it doesn't exist, because a frighteningly amount of them are underfunded. Start an IRA instead. In my country, the IRA are a completely different thing. I believe what they meant to say is that we should all start our own Irish Republican Army. Getting a job and a driver's license, if you don't have one already. Surely when you're just turning 18, it'll be cheaper and easier to rely on public transport. At least for uni years. Edit. Alright, I get it. America doesn't have public transport. Even then, having a driver's license is very important to, even if you don't own a car or really ever drive. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.